Hi, my name is Sophie Mashraki, but you can call me Mother. I'm going to help you achieve your full potential, find your own unique journey and path, because we all have one, and help you empower yourself. We've just started a new year. We've all set some sort of New Year's Eve goal. And then a few days into the weekend, we're just like, I'm not into this, I already failed, I'm a failure, I hate myself. So a goal is something that you set. It's a set destination. It's where you want to be, how you want to feel at a certain point. This is something that you want to achieve and finish. And a system is the journey, the destination, the process to achieving that goal. Why it's important to focus on a system rather than a goal is because of several factors. See, the thing is, a goal will always be pre-success or pre-failure. The definition of failure is lack of success. So basically saying, I have not achieved my goal yet, basically automatically means that you are constantly failing the whole time because you haven't achieved that goal. So you will always feel the pressure of having to achieve it. You'll have more demotivation. Whereas a system is breaking down a goal into several steps, and it's about movement. It doesn't matter if you stop the movement, because you can always pick up the movement again, and you know that sooner or later you will achieve your goal. So if I say I'm going to create a system where I'm going to be able to lose a certain amount of kilos or pounds, I'm going to set up a task so that altogether, everything I'm calculating together will help me achieve that goal at that point of time. So maybe I'll replace a meal with a salad every day, or I'll be drinking more water, And then there's certain pointers that you can set up. A few problems with goals are these. You always feel like you're in a state of survivorship. When you're fighting for something that you might feel that you don't even deserve, so you have to fight for it, you have to survive, that is just not good for your psyche. So and then when you finally achieve that goal, you'll have a momentary feeling of happiness, you'll be like, yes, I did, I'm so proud of myself. And then quite often there's a sort of yo-yo effect, so you've achieved your goal and then you're just like, what now? Well, I'll just go back to my old habits, because you haven't changed the process. Yes, you've changed a sort of outcome, but that is only temporary. You'll always have these feelings of not deserving to be happy. You'll always say to yourself, oh, I'll just be happy when I achieve that goal. I'll be worth when I achieve that goal. I'll be worthy of being loved by people when I lose all that weight. I'll have proven myself when I've started eating healthy. I can be proud of myself. Saying like, once I've cleaned, I can be more organized, I can be more ready to take on life. But the thing is, it's always I'll be happy when I am deserving. And that's not a healthy mindset, and it's not healthy in that sense that it's not going to do us any good, because we'll never really feel like we deserve happiness if we don't allow ourselves to feel happy. And obviously, happiness is the goal of life and is the goal of why we're creating goals. So at this point, I want to talk to you about what feelings are, because I think that's important to also disclose, because often we feel like we might be controlled by our feelings, or that we have a lot of feelings, but what are feelings? So in modern psychology, a feeling can be defined as a person's response to the emotion that comes from a perception of a situation. So an emotion is a response to an external stimuli. There's actually only 48 basic universal emotions. Some of these are happiness, jealousy, sadness, anger. How we react from these emotions that we experience are our feelings. So feelings will be more intricate. Feelings will often be influenced by our experience. Feelings are more complicated. A feeling is a reaction response. So the stimuli can be the same. For example, someone at a restaurant getting bad service from the staff. and they're reacting in anger, and they're feeling hurt, and they're feeling like they're not dealt with correctly and they're not being respected, and so they leave. Feelings often determine their actions. And so a second person might also be experiencing bad service, but they understand that the staff is overworked. So they're just like, our responses to our external stimuli, our environment, actually can help us dictate how our inner state is. And that is another definition of feelings by some philosopher. Feelings are a representation of a person's inner state. That is exactly why we don't want our feelings to dictate our goals. Goals can quickly leave us feeling unmotivated. Old feelings of, oh, I don't actually deserve to, lose weight. Oh, I actually want to hide in my body, or Feelings are really great tools to help us react to our environment. It's a mirror to the outside, but it shouldn't dictate how we live our life, or how we achieve our goals, or if we achieve our goals. So this is why it's important to create systems. So again, a goal, oh my god, the system is a journey, and the system is comprised of many little steps that help us achieve our goal. Some people call these little steps prices. So in order to lose, 20 kilos, the price of it might be that you have to work out every day. So working for a different example, maybe you want to read a certain amount of books in the year, and you have to break it down. So the price of reading that many books means you have to invest some time every month and every week and every day. So instead of saying, oh, I want to read 60 books in a year, and then you maybe read 1 or 2 books and you're like, oh, I still have 58 books to read. You know that every day you have to read 2 chapters. Just 2 chapters, and if you do more, that's fine. And if you skip a day, that's totally fine, because it's not about that goal. It's about just doing a very tidy piece of work that will help you achieve that goal. The price is what you have to do in order to achieve that goal, put down to like bite-sized portions. Some other things that you can do is you can try to create a social contract with someone. So you go to somebody and be like, hey, so I'm going to try to achieve this, and I would love to, let's do a get-together and let's try out different salad recipes, so I have things to try at home, or let's work out together, let's have a dance party so I can burn some calories. And you try to have a set time and place, so you also try to have a repetition, a consistency, of course, with a system, because it's supposed to be ingrained into your normal everyday life. You want to change your life and not just one random point in the future. So more tips for starting a system and implementing it is to link it to something. So you might want to form a physical trigger. So say every time you think about food, first of all, you drink a lot of water, or you do some sort of exercise. So something physical. That's maybe also fun, You try to replace your last need. So you're like, okay, I'm feeling hungry, or I'm feeling bored and I want to eat something. I'm going to watch a YouTube video and have a laugh, or read a comic. If you have a thought, for example, that's negative, so for example saying, I really don't feel like exercising, interrupt yourself by saying, but when I do it, I'm gonna feel great. I don't feel like eating salad again, but I know it's really good for me, and I am ready to be more creative with my ways of eating salads. The other thing you can do is associate role models. A system is basically about not letting the environment control you, so you don't respond to your responses to the responses of something external. But you say, no, this is how I want to control my emotions, my thoughts about the situation, and I'm not going to let my responses to a response to something external dictate the goals I want to achieve in my life. So I'm just going to do all these little things that I can always know I can go back to, and break it down to small, manageable steps. And if I fuck up, I can go back and do it better, The next day, that's totally fine. I don't have to worry about it. I'll be fine. The point is to make your own life and to create your own life. That's why we're creating goals. We want to experience control of a certain part of our life. You really don't have to be perfect, but what you do want to try and what makes you feel really good and what will really help your self-confidence too is if you keep the promises that you're making to yourself. Because if you keep breaking your promises, if you keep breaking the promise of achieving a goal, you're going to feel really shitty about yourself because you will feel like you cannot trust yourself. And that's horrible. That's why having a system with smaller, manageable steps towards a goal will help you build self-confidence, will help you build your self-worth, and will help you create not only the life that you want to live, but also help you realize that you are a person to be trusted and you have so much more potential than what you might think you have. And you deserve and are so worthy of achieving every goal and dream that you have in your life, even if you procrastinate. So that's all from your mother today. I hope you have a wonderful first week of January, and I'm so excited to talk to you again. Bye!